Is 8:02 on a cloudy and at times dreary Tuesday morning. I'm WESH 2 first warning meteorologist Eric Burris, and this is Coffee Talk. We get together 7 days a week, chat about what's going on in the world of weather. Locally, this is the way things look on our Tower Cam network. We are tracking the clouds and the rain. It is definitely not what you would say a beautiful morning looks like here that's New Smyrna Beach. Let me take you up to Flagler County. This is Marineland, and weather stem camera there looking gray as well. All of this impacting us thanks to what is now Hurricane Imelda. Let's take a look at the satellite imagery and get the 8 a.m. intermediate advisory. Winds are now up to 75 miles an hour. It's moving to the northeast at 7, so it has begun that turn. It has begun racing away from us, which is certainly great news, and it will continue to do so over the next several days' time. Let's look at the forecast track from the National Hurricane Center. Expected to become a Category 2 hurricane by Thursday, and eventually a remnant low, a non-tropical low in the North Atlantic. But one thing that's interesting on this path, and I just want to zoom in here for a minute. You see that dot there? That's Bermuda. Between Wednesday and Thursday, Imelda should be passing very near Bermuda. Let's take a look at the Umberto forecast track, and it's going to be near. It won't hit Bermuda. There's Bermuda there on the right side. But around Tuesday, Wednesday, Umberto is going to be very near Bermuda. These two storms kind of doing this ballet of sorts, and it's just remarkable when you think about, this is the Fujiwara effect essentially, but we've got two tropical systems very near each other. Umberto will be pulling Imelda away, protecting us, so nobody's upset about it. But it is always amazing when you see how this plays out. So that's where we're at. Both now hurricanes, neither of them threatening us. Certainly some good news when it comes to the tropics. Now, that said, let's look at the beach boating forecast today. This is less than ideal. All right, winds 25 to 30 at the shoreline. It's going to be rough, right? Seas offshore 12 to 14 feet, even potentially larger, and surf breaking 8 to 10 feet. I mean, this is a very significant ocean event, 8 to 10 foot seas, surf. And while it calms down the next couple of days, it doesn't calm down significantly. 7 to 9 tomorrow, 6 to 8 foot breakers for Thursday and Friday. So to that point, the wave action is going to be large, and it's going to be that way these next few days' time. Lots of wind energy. Let's look at the current winds across Central Florida. If I can find the button. We've already built so many graphics in this new graphics package. Sustained 10 to 15 miles an hour. Here's the gusts around. All right, let's just go. We'll start with the current gusts in the last hour, gusting to 24 in Orlando, 22 in Leesburg. But here's the peak gusts for today, okay? It's been in the 30 mile per hour range in some spots. 30 in Orlando. Look at New Smyrna Beach, 30 at Daytona Beach, gusting to 29 in Palm Coast. So it has been a gusty day already, and it is 8:06 in the morning. So we've obviously got plenty of time until we're done and over with the gusts today. All right, let's get over to first warning live radar scanning from our studios here in Winter Park. And it's quiet in Winter Park, right? But let me take you up to Flagler, Volusia, where that band of very heavy rain is coming in. I just wanted to zoom right in. Ormond Beach, it's about to pour. If you need to run the dog out, you're quickly running out of time before you're going to get downpoured on. Daytona Beach, same kind of idea. New Smyrna Beach, same idea, right? Oak Hill, oh, it's getting close. Down here into the Kennedy Space Center and the like, we've got some time, just not a ton of time. Little by little, these downpours are going to continue to cross in. So here's a look at the forecast then for today, okay? 30% coverage of rain essentially all day long at any point in time. All in, about 50% of us are going to get wet, but at any point in time, about 30% of us will be actively getting rained on. So that's cumulative versus kind of time-based. Just trying to pull out my protein shake. Bear with me. All right, so that's kind of where we're at right now. Let's pause for a second. Questions, comments, concerns that you all have. Cole on YouTube, all of this wind will probably help some of those trees lose their leaves for fall. I mean, if we were turning leaves, I had a palm tree at the house let one of its palm fronds down. So that happened. What does Indian River County weather look like? Squally and wet at times, no different than any of our other beachside communities. That's just kind of the setup that we've got here. When we look at today's rainfall chance, let me get this dialed in here. When we look at today's rainfall chance, highest opportunity for rain by far and away will be Flagler County, then Daytona Beach and Volusia County. And you kind of see the colors kind of going from there. But north and east is going to be the highest opportunity for rainfall. The further you live west, the lower the opportunity for rainfall goes. And like if you live in Bushnell or Winter Haven, it's actually going to be a breezy, nice day. But the further east you live, you're going to get into those rains. All right. So that's kind of where we're at. Indian River County, same ideas like Melbourne, with like a medium chance. You're looking at about a 50% coverage of rain. Linda says, good morning. Thank you for what you do. So much appreciated. Thank you. I appreciate you. Tiffany says, we got some good rain in Ocala yesterday. Well, and my friends in Marion County have been talking about how dry it's been. So you absolutely wanted the rainfall. So really glad that we were able to get that worked out. I don't control the weather though. So it's not my fault either way. All right. So that's kind of where we're at this morning. The pattern looking ahead is interesting. It really is interesting. Let's dial up the 7-day forecast here. And I want you to notice rain chances 50% today, a smidge drier tomorrow at 40%. Then Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Look at that rain chance going up and going up and going up. This is where it gets interesting. Let's talk about the overall setup, okay? So this is going to be the kind of long range futurecast for tomorrow. Notice the circulation from Hurricane Imelda off the East Coast, right? That makes total sense. But into the weekend, watch Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we start to watch this area of low pressure begin going over the Bahamas and South Florida. Now, not expecting it to be strong any way, shape, or form, but as it gets going, we're going to keep the breeze with us. And then we're eventually going to be bringing more and more and more rain in. It's moistening up the atmosphere. Karen says, I always thought that hurricanes pulled the moisture away and that we would be dry. If it's getting stronger, this is still a relatively unorganized system. So it doesn't really apply to this one, but that's a good memory item. You absolutely are correct. Cole on YouTube says, super happy this hurricane did not hit Central Florida. I'll gladly take some breezes and some bands of rain instead of a direct hit. Agreed. But it's setting us up for an opportunity for rainfall, right? Look at Friday, breezy rains, and those rain chances are going up. So again, our forecast on the 7-day, look at that, Friday 60%, Saturday 70%. My coastal friends, I know you're going to ask for your forecast. So let's get that 7-day forecast and look at how 60% on Thursday, right? Look at Friday, Saturday, 80% coverage of rain. It really goes up, right? So plan accordingly for that. Evelyn's asking, what about game day? What to wear? So we've got rain in the forecast. I'm going to be bringing the ponchos. I would also add, I have not yet built the forecast graphics for football in the new graphics package yet. So probably need to do that. I do have a template. This is the template, sporting event forecast. That's a baseball game, obviously. So that's not a correct forecast, but we've got a template together. So I need to take the template and do some modification to get it for UCF, UF, all that fun stuff. So we'll get there. But yeah, what to wear is probably not going to be much different. And it's not a clothing item. It's just pack the umbrella, that kind of a thing. So yeah, and that's where we're at today, right? Showers around, so have the umbrella handy. Comfy clothes, you're good, but you're going to want to have the umbrella handy. All right. We dial up the 7-day forecast. What other questions do y'all have? I don't know if we're having a technical issue right now. I'm guessing we're having a technical issue on the news side of things. Oh, there's a press conference. That's what's going on. Okay. Let me get my next TV hit set up because I don't know when that's going to happen. I don't need that. Did I buy Vessi sneakers? I did not yet. No, I'm not going to be very good at. I don't remember much. Evelyn says, thanks, poncho time. Yeah, just have the poncho and you're going to be good to go. Landon, do we have anything to watch in the Gulf? We're going to check the tropics in a couple of minutes. But for right now, it's nice and quiet. You were asking about futurecast for today. So here's futurecast for today. Notice 8, 9 o'clock, it's showing those coastal rains. Watch through 11, 12, 1 o'clock. Same kind of idea. Gusts to 30 miles an hour, 32 miles an hour, right? So especially east of town, we are watching those showers, right? 15 to 20, 25 mile per hour wind gusts, and then 8, 9, 10 o'clock, quieting down a little bit. Look at futurecast overnight into tomorrow. A few showers, but a bit drier. And look at how the day, a few showers, a little bit of a crosswind there for my runways. Won't be flying tomorrow, right? A couple of showers around Wednesday evening, and then on Thursday we're going to moisten things up even more. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at right now. All right. That's Mickey. That's the futurecast for today. Ed says, good morning from Ocala. Good morning to you, Ed. Susan, are you doing Tracking the Tropics today? Yep, we are doing the Tracking the Tropics Tuesday today. Jeremy and I are doing it today. What's the temperature going to be in Ocala today? So here, stand by. Let me find the today. Here's today's forecast highs. So 85 in Ocala, 86 in Orlando, 87 in St. Cloud, Melbourne about 86. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a nice, cloudy, breezy day. We can handle some showers. We will see some showers from time to time, certainly. It's the way that this kind of pattern is, right? We'll do that. We'll do that. We'll do that. I'm just checking on my stuff here. Perfect. All right. I want to go down to the beach to see the waves. Well, that would be fun. You don't have to do that though. We've got you covered here as well. Let's look at the WeatherStem camera. WeatherStem, by the way, if you're unfamiliar, this is a company that has weather stations and live cameras. This is over in Daytona Beach, the WeatherStem shot over at Beach Safety. Look at how rough that surf is, right? I mean, that's a grumpy, angry sea, right? It is. Let's look at another. This is Victoria Gardens. I don't need that one. Here's the beach side. So this is that same spot, but looking in a different direction. You can see just how wet like the parking lot is. Palm trees don't look to be moving a ton. So at least there's that. That's not too bad. Right? Yeah. Okay. That's something we can handle. And then Flagler, of course. We were talking about this shot a little bit ago. This is just a crummy weather morning. Look at the sun. Look at the bottom left corner there. Those waves are nasty. Look at those rollers. Man. Man, oh man. Cole says mid 80s all this week. Hooray. Well, yeah, I mean, it's humid as all get out, but yes. But look at that Flagler shot. That is something else. It's hard to estimate wave size on those cameras. Go stand at the beach, you'll estimate the wave size real quick. I would just add, though, too, like, remember that we lost someone this weekend. Someone drowned. You don't want to go into this water. I'm telling you, you don't. Debbie says the ocean is like a washing machine today, right? It's true. You can really see that on the bottom left corner. Sydney, hey, Eric, when you have a minute, let me know. Are you trying to talk to me in my ear? Go ahead, Sid. Okay, roger that. Thank you. That's so funny. My producer, Hops and Coffee Talk. When you have a minute, let me know. Sid, you're adorable if I've never told you that before. Oh, thank you. Pulling my IFB out again. I'm surprised you aren't out there at the beach live showing waves and weather. Well, I'm in the studio doing the weather. Somebody's got to be here today, and we've got Cam's off today, Marquise is off today, and with Kellyanne departing, you got me and you got Tony. It's a 2-person weather team today, which it's fine. You know, everybody needs their time off. One of these days, I'll get a day off. How can I be the sunshine in someone else's day with this rain? Cliff's asking. You make it work. It's your personality, your energy from inside, your light from inside comes out. You know. Terry says, cool way to get your attention. Isn't that funny? Oh man, oh man. I'll watch the waves at the beach from a safe distance. Good. That's all I ask. That's all I ask. Okay. So obviously we see on that on that weather stem camera how rough it is. It's going to be rough these next couple of days, which includes the weekend. So if you've got plans to head to the beach this weekend, just stay on the sand if you're going to do that. It's going to be a very gusty wind too. So, yeah. All right. Well, while we're here and while we don't have a weather hit coming up here in the next couple of minutes, let's dial up the computer models and let's just kind of see what's doing. And first off, we've got Umberto and we've got Imelda doing their little dance, moving away. This is the GFS moving away. A little something maybe trying to get going in the Gulf around October 4th, October 5th into Louisiana. And then maybe something into the Caribbean. At the look at that. Cold, ooh, that's a big old cold front there. And then a little tropical. So what are you doing? So this is where it gets interesting because there's a tropical feature there hanging around southwest Florida, and that date is October 16th. Now, if you've hung out for Coffee Talk for a while, you know that's the time frame when we start tracking the new cycle. Ugh. These next few months, what we do not want is anything tropical hitting Florida, especially because it's new cycle time. So, yeah, we'll have to watch and see. That's the current run of the GFS. I'm just curious if the last run had anything there. It did not. Okay, good. Okay. All right, very good. All right, let's re-rack this. Let's look over to the European. Imelda and Umberto pulling away. A little something around the 4th, 5th, around South Florida, but also around the northern Gulf Coast. And then, because that's as far out as that run goes, we switch over to the 00Z. Decent cold front, a little something tropical out east of us, south of us, but nothing else. All right, that's fine. That's fine. Euro AI. Moving out. A little something in the Gulf, a little something around us. Something out east, something south. So the models, while they're not going wicked, and look at that, by the very end, the Euro AI is also showing something around South Florida. So awesome. All right. So nothing significant showing up, but there's definitely hints, definitely little markers of stuff. So yeah. So we've got the rough waves from the tropics now, and we just kind of have to watch and see these trends. Rob's asking, is there a particular platform you'd prefer to have the view platform? I don't know what you mean. Like Facebook, YouTube? I stream to all of them. So I don't care what you do, whatever you like to do. Stu's asking, what differentiates the old cycle from the new cycle? So around October 10th is when we start the new weather cycle that will continue for the 12 months after. So October 10th through November through December, that's the time frame where we really watch the weather patterns that will recycle into next year. So that's why we don't want any indicators of anything here in the next few weeks. Chris Peterson said, forecasting would be much more accurate if meteorology had a crystal ball. That I would agree with. Curious what the BSR shows. I might eventually be able to get to that. I don't have that right now, and for that, I'm sorry. I'll get there. I've got too much. I haven't been able to rebuild it, so we'll get there. I promise. Eventually. Went to the vet yesterday with cannoli. Her numbers are good. Oh, good. Okay, very good. All right. Questions, comments, concerns, my friends? Anything at all? What do you got? It's a pretty. I mean, it's kind of cloudy and crummy outside, but at least we don't have anything too strong to deal with right now. I'll take that all day, every day. You know. Let's check the live radar. See what's. Oh yeah, yep. Daytona Beach, my friends. Yep. It's going to pour. All right, very good, friends. I'll post a little reel later on today with the latest on now Hurricane Imelda. But for now, that's all we've got. So go enjoy your Tuesday, stay dry, and even if it's cloudy and damp, be the sunshine in someone else's day. Thank you so much for hanging out.